The Pentagon on Saturday said the U.S.-led airstrikes against chemical weapons facilities in Syria were a success.
The strikes went to the very heart of the enterprise, to the research, to development, to storage. So we are very confident that we have significantly crippled Assad's ability to produce these weapons.
Over 100 cruise missiles hit Damascus and Homs early on Saturday in a coordinated assault by the U.S., France, and Britain, in response to a suspected chemical weapons attack in Douma, which killed dozens. Pentagon officials said the strike, which took out 3 targets, including the Scientific Studies and Research Center in Damascus, was efficient and swift.
As of now, we're not aware of any civilian casualties.
Damascus allies said the buildings had been evacuated in advance.
I ordered the United States...
Announcing the strike Friday, President Trump left the door open for further strikes if the Syrian government used chemical weapons again.
We are prepared to sustain this response until the Syrian regime stops its use of prohibited chemical agents.
Though Defense Secretary Jim Mattis called the military engagement a one-time shot.
And I believe that it sent a very strong message to dissuade him, to deter him from doing this again.
On Saturday, President Trump hailed the strike, tweeting that it was, quote, perfectly executed, adding, mission accomplished. Syrian state media called the attack a, quote, flagrant violation of international law. Russia, which is Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's most powerful ally, on Saturday called an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council, but failed in their bid to convince the council to condemn the airstrikes. The Kremlin had promised to respond to any attack on its ally and said on Saturday that Syrian air defenses had intercepted 71 of the missiles fired. But the Pentagon said there was no indication that Russian systems had been employed and that Syrian air defense systems had been largely ineffective.
To the best of our ability to determine at this time, no Syrian weapon had any effect on anything that we did.